Alright, so the automatic setup of WordPress is much easier and much faster. So the way you do it, you again have to go to your control panel on your web hosting, and you should look for web applications tab, and there you will have a WordPress icon. You simply have to click on it and wait a couple of seconds, and you will have something like this. It may be a bit different, but the common thing here is that you will have an install this application button or simply install or something like this. You will have to click on it, wait a couple of seconds, and on the page that's opened, you simply have to follow everything that is required of you. I just want to point out a few things. So remember that for our blog here, we created a different folder. Now, when you want to install your blog, when you want to install WordPress in a specific directory, you have to specify it under the directory field. So here we don't want it under the blog directory, we want it under our passive income site. So that way, if I install this again, it will install it over the other installation that we just did. We don't want to do this, but this is how you do it. This is how you say where it should go. You can see here what is the path that, what is the directory that you currently have. Currently, this installation will go inside this directory, and you can go to your file manager to double check this and confirm that if this is the directory that you need. So passive income site, then we go to public HTML, then we go to my username, and then we go to home. Let's see if this is the case. So passive income site, public HTML, my username, home. Alright, this is the perfect directory for us. Here you can select the version of WordPress that you want to install. Of course, the latest version is always the best. And here we have some other options that you can choose from. So you can choose if you want your website to be automatically updated or you want to update it manually. Same goes for your plugins, for our themes. I specifically don't like automatic updates, at least not on the plugins and the WordPress themes, because sometimes this may change your website, and for our specific needs, we really don't need this. We really don't need it. So then we go to the administrator username and password. These administrator username and passwords are the one that you will be using later to be able to log in on your website. So simply write some username and password that will be very secure, and it will be easy for you to use them. Then here you have to supply your email address. You have to set up the website title and the tagline. These are, you really don't have to bother with this right now. I will show you a bit later how you can change them to anything that you may want. Two-factor authentication. Well, this will make things a bit harder for you, but it really will make your website much more secure. So if you want security, go for it. Same goes for the login attempts limits. So again, if you want security, go for it. And I will advise you to leave all the rest settings the same, but if you want, you can go inside the advanced settings and work with them a bit if you want. Then simply you have to click install, and the installation process will begin. It will finish within a minute or two, and you will eventually have the same result that you had like we did with the manual installation. And oh, I think I forgot to mention the first drop-down menu, the domain drop-down menu. Of course, we will let you select which domain you want to point at this folder. So here you will simply select the domain that you want to use.